Hi, it's your star goddess. I'm back, and today I'm going to be speaking with Haitian Bokor Leonard Elmera. Elmira or Elmera? He's on
Elmera.
the Elmira. He's on the phone. He has a YouTube channel. Y'all can go find him. I'm gonna put his link below. He is a Haitian Bokor. He's gonna be talking with us today on various topics. And I'm gonna let him say hello, introduce himself, and then I'll start the conversation. So, Leonard, can say hello.
Yes, hello. How is everybody doing today? Yes, I'm very grateful to be here today. And I'm looking forward to entertaining, some questions. And I think we're going to have a beautiful dialogue today.
Okay. Are you on headphones or speakerphone?
I'm not on headphones right now. I'm not on headphones. I could definitely,
No, because it's
one
just
second.
a little, the volume is just a little low on your end. So I just wanted to,
Hey, one second.
yeah, that's better now. Like I can hear you way better now.
Okay, great. You can hear me now clearly?
Yes.
Great. Okay, all right.
Okay, so I'll just tell them how we connected. Like you're in one of my groups on social media on Facebook, and someone sent me a link of somebody that put all my videos up on a YouTube channel and claiming that they're their videos, and they put your phone number in the description box to call for services. So they got my videos. They got my videos with your phone number, right? They trying to send you some business.
I don't. You know what? See, I didn't want to say that. It's like I thought about that, and I didn't want to say that. I didn't know how you'd take it, but I don't know. Again, I started to make a video, but afterwards I said, you know what? Let me wait till I get fully rested, then I can actually make the video clearly. But I thought of that when I was making the video. I said, I don't know if I'm going to say that. But I was thinking, could it be someone favoring me over her, or basically could it be a person trying to put us at odds at one another? Where this guy, they're using your video content and then they put in my number there to basically stir up a riffraff. Why is this number coming? Why is my video content being used and it's coming to him? Could he be using that as a technique? But again, I don't know. I don't know what the objective was and why they're doing what they're doing. I don't know. It could be, they're trying to send me business, or they're trying to be like, take business away from you and send it to me, or they're trying to basically put it so that it can appear that I'm hijacking the account and using your information to get business my way. I don't know.
Well, it's okay. I feel like me talking to you about it, and it's going to send business your way anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they probably wanted to pit us against each other because this has happened to me before, and I feel like it's a hater on my end that is doing this because I shut down their YouTube channel before. And I already reported them to YouTube, so it's probably gonna get shut down again. And they got like about 100 of my videos up there on their channel. So
Wow.
they downloaded my videos, uploaded it on their channel as their content, and then put your phone number underneath it. So
Well, you gotta give it to them. They got a lot of dedication, man.
they got a lot of free time, and I feel it's a female. I feel it's a woman who has a lot of extra spare time and no relationship because that takes a lot of time and effort to do.
Oh man.
I know I got some haters out there and some people that are just don't have anything else better to do. But that energy could be used for prosperity magic, for creating things good in their own life. So I feel like doing that is a waste of time and energy. But
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
yeah, but let's not focus on that negative part of it. Let's talk about something good so
Yes.
people can.
Yes, of course. Of
So
course.
I'm looking at your channel. Can I name some of your videos? Because I love the title of this one. How to pimp out your strayed lover. Okay, this one is 444 too. You was on some Jay-Z stuff on here, I see. How to pimp out your straight lover with the incantrill spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, because this video is 4 minutes and 44 seconds long. That's why I said you was on some JC stuff here. So you believe in hexing, you know, all the spells that are, you know, teaching people lessons, right?
I guess. I mean, if you want to say that, I mean, like I usually say, I work in Burger King. I don't know anything as you were talking about. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, if it's there, that's what you see. You know.
So, you know, I don't understand why someone would, you know, mess with two people that they know can do some stuff. You know, I don't know, but
See, well, I say in Haitian culture, it's like this, man. See, with the advent of social media, you have a lot of people that throw stones and hide their hands, you know? And, you know, and they do it in a way where they don't expose themselves because they know what would happen, you know? See, again, you know, I know there's ways to basically go and attack people that you know, but for me, that takes too much energy. I rather let things, you know, fizz out on its own sometimes. But, of course, if they were accessible...
So, yeah, I think spirits, you know, the spirits we work with, they don't need their proper identification. They can go seek them out and find them anyway, you know.
True. I mean, again, you know, sometimes it's like I look at it like this. Leaving it on, it's almost like for people that believe in karma. Sometimes I believe it's okay to leave it in the hands of the spirits. And sometimes it's good to press the situation. You know, like press the situation. You know, put some effort into it to speed up the process. You know.
Yeah. And I'm looking at another one of your videos. I like love magic is a game of chess, not checkers.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I also want to talk to you about when people come to, you know, others for spell work and they ask for something and then they get it, but it's not like they thought it was going to be, and then they want it taken off. Have you ever had that happen to you?
Oh, nah, people know when they come to me, you know what I'm saying? You know, let me explain something. In Haitian culture, Bokor is considered as one of the most evilest and dangerous things in Haitian culture. You know what I'm saying? Inside gunmen, Bokor is like is on that level too. You know, so when people come to me, they know what the fuck they're coming for. You know what I'm saying? So again, there's a difference between a Voodoo and a Bokor in Haitian culture. Voodoo does, you know, good stuff, and he's known as, you know, a good person. The Bokor is known as, you know, you don't want to come down that direction unless you try to, you know what I'm saying, see some motherfucking fireworks, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's good, because like some people will come to me and get stuff done, and then things happen, and then they want it removed because, oh, I didn't know it was this was gonna happen or that was gonna happen. But the you know, whatever they asked for, you know, they got it. But
sorry.
No, I was just saying they weren't prepared to deal with how it was gotten.
Well, from my perspective, when people come to me, either they hear about me, but they know what I'm about. So I let them know from the door, listen, man, if this dude don't come back, he's going to suffer. You know what I'm saying? Like, majority of my work is majority of my love work is in tranquil. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know, like, I'm doing in trick, like what you see on YouTube, burning a couple of candles. No, I'm using that word to identify the methods that I use. I use very, like, aggressive spirits, like dead, we call them moth in Haitian culture. You know, we use those spirits, you know, but I use them in my love work. So therefore, I force the individual to come back, and I tell the client, listen, this guy can get into a car accident, he can lose everything he has if he doesn't come back. So I let it be known. This motherfucker's dick may not rise when he tries to go to sleep with you. You know what I'm saying? He may have terror, like nightmares. The dude may come back sweating, he come back skinny, you know, all types of shit. The longer he stays out there, so I let these clients open the door. So they know, you know what I'm saying? If this dude doesn't come back, you know what I'm saying, accordingly, in peace, they're going to bring him back in a very aggressive manner. So they know what they get before they even ask me.
Yeah, and when some people come to me talking about, oh, I want my ex back and I want this and I want that, and I tell them exactly almost the same thing. Look, if you want your ex back, it's going to take for a long time, many spells, if you want him back a certain way. But if you want him back, I can hex him and make him lose everything and make him have no choice but to come back. Oh, no, I want him to have money. Oh, I want him to do, well, you know, and I'm like, well, it's going to take a long time because he just got with this new chick and they got to go through that honeymoon phase. They got to go through all their stuff.
Shirley, let me tell you something. Well, Shirley, we use that Creole and French and stuff like that. Shirley is like, beautiful things like that, But listen, when you say that, this has been my I know I'm going to somewhat drift into another conversation, but I'm going to try to keep it here. This has been my most controversial topic because everyone wants to jump on. I think that one guy on YouTube said 21 days. I like the fact that you said that this thing may take some time. It's going to take a long time because some people, they want to hear 21 days. Some people want to hear 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Anytime a motherfucker talks like that, I say, listen, hang the phone up. We'll go the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, you said it yourself. And that goes to let me know that you are an honest spiritual worker. Because most of these guys out here, they're going to tell you 21 days because that's what people want to hear. And for you to tell a person from the get, this shit ain't going to happen overnight. Not too many people are willing to say that.
Yeah, I tell them that because I understand how it works, and plus if I gave them a time limit, if I give you a time limit and they're not back, what are you going to do? Go talk about, oh, it don't work, they scammed me and this and that.
See, yeah. I see this, you're talking that realism. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's real. I'm listening to you.
So I say it depends on how many obstacles are in the way. That's what I tell them.
Shirley, you are talking. Listen, see, why don't you see? They need more people like you. Because you're saying that if you know what you're doing, you would speak like this. This one guy on YouTube. I'm not going to mention his name, but this guy basically made this thing talking about, your lover is going to come back in 21 days and things like that. I refuse that situation. And, it's almost like these guys talk with so much confidence, like, say, a lot of the spirituals do the same thing. Yes, you see a lot of spellcasters on social media. They tell you 2 weeks, 7 days, 21 days, 21-day ritual, in 21 days, the individual's going to come back.
Well, that's, then what happens when they don't come back,
Exactly. Here goes the catch. What a lot of people do, they have that slogan, 21 days, they turn around and say, well, we got to do some more work. Mm-hmm. We got to do extra work. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, Listen, you got to be real to understand how this stuff works. And just by you speaking, you can judge a person by the content that comes out of their mouth. And, this is my first time talking with you, and I can say she's dead on. You're speaking truth. No, a person.
Hello? Oh. Okay, so we're on a break. Can you hear me? Oh, he must be talking to somebody. Yeah, I was just, a lot of people will ask me, how long is this going to take? Okay, when can I see results? And da-da-da-da-da. I can't tell them. I'm like, well, when, when obstacles are starting to be removed, you'll start to see results. But I can't tell you a time frame, And a lot of people will want a time frame. Well, I need a time frame. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'll just say, well, the time frame is when all the obstacles are moved out of the way. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what I usually do, I can guess how long you'll start to see, how long it will take to start seeing movement. I may be wrong. I'm just estimating based on my experience. Listen, I've had jobs where I estimated. I said I'll give this probably 6 months or probably 3 to 6 months for something to move, and it should end up happening after like a month. The things manifest after a month. So sometimes we can judge what we believe is going to happen a longer date than happened before.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's best. I think it's best not to even ask for a time if you're a client, Because if you get that time frame in your mind and that's what you're focused on, you could make the whole thing backfire. You know what I'm saying? Because you're waiting on a specific time, and what if it actually takes longer or less time, and you have this time frame in your mind, and it's actually making the whole spell not even come into fruition because now you have limits on it.
Right.
So we shouldn't put limits or time limits or anything on any type of magic. It's, however many obstacles are in the way, that's how long it's gonna take. If you're a man just got with a new woman and they're all in love and lovey-dovey, they not coming back next week. Okay.
Now, this is what I got a question for you. Have you ever come across the person with the what they call a southern spirit? I've heard an African American woman tell me this, and she told me that is a thing called a southern spirit. A man with a southern spirit. He's a cheating bastard, cheating dog. Have you ever dealt with those situations? And if so, how do you address those situations where the guy is so fucking stubborn? Like the guy doesn't learn. He keeps on going out, keeps on cheating. How do you deal with those situations?
I take everything away from, I would suggest them taking everything from him so he don't have a choice. And they don't want to do that. I'm like, well, he's not going to choose it on his own. I say, you can't change a man who he is. You can only change his circumstance. You can't change the essence of a man. If he want to cheat, he's going to cheat. If he can cheat, he's going to cheat. If he has the money to cheat, a car to cheat, internet to cheat, he's going to cheat. So take everything away.
You are speaking realism. I mean, damn. I don't really find Jewish people like this talking like that because we're on the same line. Shirley, when I basically do work, when I got a cheating bastard like that, I put, I put restraints on him. The spirit becomes restraint. So it keeps him from doing anything. If he tries to go out, his car breaks down. If he tries to go sleep with her, his dick can't get hard. He tries to basically get money out of the ATM, his money stops. So we're on the same path. We're speaking the same language. That's how you know this is, we're speaking truth, because we're both speaking the same shit.
Yeah, and then a lot of women get mad. Oh, well, he lost his job. Well, then he can't cheat. He can't afford to cheat now. Now you got to take care of him. Oh, I didn't want to do that, but you wanted him to be faithful, so now he's faithful because he can't leave the house. And then I asked them. I said, you probably won't even want him back after the fact. You won't even want him anymore because he's not going to be useful to you. And
listen.
Yeah. They're going to be like, I don't care. I just want him. They're not thinking in advance. They're not thinking ahead. They're not thinking, but the only thinking that they want is to control him and to keep him for themselves only. They're not thinking about his money or his lifestyle or anything. So usually they end up with the man, but then they don't even want him anymore.
Listen, let me tell you this. This is a video on my YouTube. I believe this video is called Female Does Intrinsic Work and Quits 6 months later, gets the surprise of her life. Now, this lady here, she basically did some work on this individual. Now, she quit, but the energy still lingered out there. And when the guy finally came back to her, he told her everything that happened, which she didn't know was happening at the time when she was doing the work. He lost his job, he lost his car, lost everything. And the guy got broken down to the point where she had to take care of him. See, this is the thing that happens. A lot of these clients don't understand. I guess, most clients do. You know what I mean? But when they get what they get, the guy usually basically is broken down to nothing, where he has nothing, and you become the mother.
Yeah.
You have to take care of this guy.
Yep. And a lot of women will take that. A lot of women will go ahead and take care and enable that guy just to have a man. And I always suggest, why don't you find somebody better? Let me do a spell to bring. Let me do a Jezebel spell to bring you a wealthy lover. Let me bring you let me do something. No, I want him. Okay.
Let me try. Listen. I was talking to a client yesterday, right? So this dude beat her. This dude beat her, pulled a gun out on her, and she doesn't care. She wants this individual. So one thing I learned a long time ago is don't get emotionally involved with the client's request. You know what I'm saying? Because I can be in my mind, listen, this guy is beating your ass. This guy's pulling guns out on you, dragging me by your hair. I'm like, yo, nobody else. I want this individual. Sometimes you just got to give the client what they want, you know what I'm saying? And just take your emotions out of it, man. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've started doing that now because they don't listen anyway until it's too late or after the fact. So, I just go ahead and do what they ask. Sometimes if I know them personally or know them a little bit, I will suggest another spell, and if they reject it, then I'll just go ahead with the original. But I do tell them, okay, you might not want him after you get him and I'll even do a tarot reading, and the cards will say the same thing. You'll get what you want, but you might not, but you might regret it. So we can't. People are making emotional decisions rather than logical decisions, and they come to spell workers and things like that to get the results they want. And then when they get the results, they feel like, well, this is not what I really wanted, but that's what you wanted at the time. That's what you wanted at the time. You wrote me, I don't care what it takes. I want this person in my life. I want them to be with me only. That's what you said. And they said, do whatever it takes. Work with whoever you need to work with. I don't care. Okay, let me do it. And then, can you remove this? A couple.
One guy.
Yeah, then they want me to remove it because my man thinks he's going crazy now. He lost his job. He's, he had like you said, he had an accident. Now he's moved in with me. He can't pay his child support. He might go to jail. Now I have to pay it for him. I'm like, but is he seeing anybody else? Is he yours? Is he cheating on you? No, he's closer to me now, and he's been spending a lot of time with me. Okay, so there, you got it. If the person wanted to do that on their own free will, they would do it. It wouldn't take magic. You're trying to keep someone there against their will, so I have to take everything away from them so they don't have a choice but to stay with you, because in their mind they don't want you.
That's true.
And a lot of people won't take that. They will not understand that someone just does not want them anymore. They're in denial, and they will stay in denial until they don't want that person anymore. And then they like, can you get a spell to banish him, or a breakup spell or something? I can't take it no more.
It's one of those songs, Screaming Jay Jenkins. I put a spell on you. I don't care if you don't want me. Your mind's anyhow.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't want me. Yeah, I love that song.
I try to talk to clients sometimes and let them know, listen, what you're doing, you can't change the human will, but what you can do is entice it and influence it. You have to understand that truly by nature, the guy doesn't want to be with you. And what you're doing is putting restraints on him, or basically influencing his emotions to make him want you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, so when he snaps out of it sometimes, when he comes back into the work, that's able to happen at times. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he can just snap out of it for a second, then he comes right back into his sentence. It's almost like that movie, what do they call it? What do you Get Out? They got their program. The spirit is programming the individual to basically do what they want. They can have their free will and want to do things, but their program kicks back in.
Right. And, I've even said on one of my videos that, I do spell work on my husband. I have spell work on him. And whenever he starts having nightmares and crazy stuff, he's, pushed right back into what he needs to be doing. And I've even said this on my videos, and, my methods are my methods. I don't use, light work or white magic or nothing. I use some stuff that's going to work. And I'm not saying my husband is not with me for me. I'm just saying I got some extra protection there. You know what I'm saying? Because in these days, in this era of time, you have to have something on anybody who you're with, because the world is too enticing.
I said one thing on my end. I live a very wild life. I mean, I'm not into the. For me personally, I'm not into the monogamous relationship at the moment. I'm out here partying, having fun with different types of women. But I can say, when I was in, the monogamous relationship field, with one woman and stuff, man, I tell you, I worked the hell out of my ex-girlfriends, man. And I put that work on it. That's how I learned how to do love magic, because I had all my time to experience on this chick that I was with for 5 years, man. You know what I'm saying? I learned what worked and what didn't work. You know what I'm saying? But I sent a lot of her boyfriends away. She tried to talk to new guys, leave me alone. Then I send the dude away, he'd come right back. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, when you're being a spiritual worker, you have to have been the person that's doing it themselves or has done it.
Right.
Because if you're just reading a bunch of books, you got to understand how this shit works, man. There's a lot of people think you just snap your finger, Harry Potter and everything, cookie crumble and good. And it doesn't work like that.
Right. I always tell any woman, whenever you get a new man, bind him, do something on him, because if you don't, then your relationship is not gonna be smooth at all.
Yeah.
And then they come and tell me, well, that's not right to mess with their free will and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, they're still gonna have, they'll have free will, but they'll be more, less likely to have more issues, And then after they leave them, they're like, well, I want to do a binding. I'm like, it's too late. You're supposed to bind them when you first get them. That's like taking out insurance on somebody who's dead. They already dead.
Did you ever have a guy try to work on you?
Mm-mm. I don't date. I never dated anybody spiritual.
Of course, well, I have. I had one female on my end. Mm-hmm. I had one female that tried to tell me, and it's not no guessing or speculating. I had a vision, and then I approached the female about it. Because I went to sleep one day, and all of a sudden I hear all this fucking talking in my head, like blah, 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 whatever. So anyway, I was like wondering, I put two and two together because I got this spirit that I work with named Leonard. It's the spirit that I work with. I know her sign is basically bloodshed. She basically, when she attacks someone, she basically attacks them and the blood gushes out. You know what I'm saying? So this female, I got sleeping on my bed, I heard this voice in my head, like someone talking. So I'm wondering, okay, I asked this girl that I was talking to at the moment, a Dominican girl, I said, listen, were you trying to do work on me? I said, were you? Well, I said, I remember the Eagles, I was bringing to her attention, were you doing were you chanting or something like that last night? Whatever. And afterwards, I know it led to a conversation. He asked her, were you trying to do some shit on me? And she stopped and paused. Then she said, I said, listen, don't be honest with her. Because what happened was, she was working before, like she was working on the sewing machine, and she sewed right through her finger. Like they say, caught red-handed.
Right.
So that right there was a sign to me. And I asked her, whatsoever, what's she trying to do something? What was that all about? And she ends up confessing later on that, yes, basically she got jealous because all the women that were trying to talk to me whatsoever, and she wanted to make me hers. But what they don't understand is that in my house, I have at least 11 spirits from my culture. That work with me, that walk with me. And some of these are females that are very jealous. So when they see another female trying to work on me to do magic, they're going to attack the person that's trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, it's good to have defense too. But yes, while we're out here as predators tying up our lovers, we also got to keep in mind that there's other predators out there that want to make us out and make us their prey.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I agree with that. Like, the spirits that I work with, they also, they're going to alert you. They're going to go after whoever's trying to do anything to you anyway. So you don't even have to know about it. They're just going to take care of it. And you're like, oops, I can't help what they do. They're for me, and they're going to protect me whether I ask them to or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people keep, it's not a problem that you're not monogamous to me. Like I say, live your life and be free if you want. Monogamy is a choice. And it's for some people and it's not for some people. For women, it's different. It's a lot different than it is for men. Women just want to be taken care of. If you take care of us, we'll be monogamous to you.
Right.
If you're not taking care of us, we're gonna have our options open. That's all it is for me.
Gotcha.
You know. And for men, it's for men, it's probably something totally different. They like variety. If you're not, whatever. I don't get into it, but it is what it is. I keep spells and things in my household to keep it together because, my interest is generational, future generations. So that's what I'm working with. I'm not trying to. It's not about the look. It's not about the emotion. It's about the future. So
got you.
If someone comes and asks you to break up a couple or a married couple or something like that because they want that person's husband or that person's wife, what do you tell them?
Hey man, as long as you got the money, shit gonna go down. As long as you got the money, it's gonna go down.
So are you able to break up marriages?
Well, listen, let me just play this, man. You know what I'm saying? I work at Burger King, you know what I'm saying? You got to go off of what people say about me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to answer that question live on air, you know what I mean? But what I can say from what I know, a person, let me say this, there's a guy that looks like me, and, I would say that individual who looks like me is capable of doing that, you know what I'm saying? He goes by the name of Bokor, Leonard, Elmera. I don't know this cat. I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm being serious. But to be serious, it comes with a job description. It's a business.
Well, I always say, can this person afford a divorce? That's what I ask them first, because before I do any work like that, I'm like, is this person able to actually even afford a divorce? Or do
can they even endure the time period it takes for that shit to basically manifest? Because I've seen situations happen in 3 weeks. I've seen situations happen in weeks. I've seen situations happen in months. And I even had one recently that happened in about a year and a couple of months.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it is varied, Can they really withstand the test of time with what they're requesting?
Right. Yeah, and I always tell women, if you want to break up a married couple, first of all, are you worth the divorce? Did that man think that you're worth the divorce? Because if he break up with his wife, what if it's for another woman and not even you? Are you worth breaking up a marriage over? Does he love you that much? Or are you just the side chick that he lied to, that he was leaving his wife? So are you worth how much does lawyers cost? Are you worth that? Are you worth 3 child supports? And then they start getting quiet. I said, I'll do it. But, it's still up to him. He'll be influenced to get divorced. But, if there's all these obstacles in the way, it's either going to take forever or he might change his mind in the middle. I can't afford to leave her. I got
I feel like this. I want to say this right now. This is a little bit off topic. I want to say, listen, man, I admire even being able to have the opportunity to speak to you. Because just talking to a real genuine worker, just hearing the things that you're saying, I'd say pound for pound that you're serious, what you're talking about,
Thank you. That's good. It's good that you're out there doing, what you're doing too, because people need to know the truth. Because they go to so many phony people, and then they come to me thinking I'm going to be the exact same. And I'm like, I don't do that. And, that's not going to happen, or, blah, 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 blah. But I said, this is not TV. It don't happen like that. If you want those type of results, but then they'll think I'm playing a game, like, oh, she's just being modest, and then they'll put the money in my account, and then they'll say, okay, how long is it gonna take? I'm like, how many years you got?
I weed out my clients. I try to weed them out as much as possible. I interrogate them before even doing business with them. You know what I'm saying? I interrogate the fuck out of them. I ask them so much questions. Excuse my vulgar language, but then, I ask a lot of questions because I want to know where their mind is at. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing I express. You gotta have a brain. Just talking with you, you think things out. You calculate things, and a lot of people that claim to be spiritualists don't calculate. Like, I've come across a lot of people that spirit, and they don't use the power of their brain.
Right.
Mhm.
So, the best magic that I like to do, what I love to do is I like prosperity magic. That's one of my strong points. Head
Mm,
work, one of my strong
mm,
points. When you get involved with love magic and stuff like that, that you got to deal with a lot of people's emotions and quick,
mm,
hasty decisions. So
mm,
even though I'll do it and I have a good amount of luck with those type of spells happening and coming through,
mm,
sometimes the person don't even want them after that, and it's like, okay, you
mm,
just wasted a lot of energy on this. But
I mean, yes.
no, I was just gonna say, what can like I want my viewers to go and look at your videos. What video do you think you know best describes you know your channel? Like, what video would represent your channel, or what does your
Uh,
channel represent the most? Like, so people can see if they
uh,
want to dive in deep with you.
I would basically say what describes me is, videos on love magic as well as destruction. But the most important, I have three documentaries which I shot in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. The first one, which is the most successful, is called The Faces of God. I
Mhm.
think that that definitely has a lot of rotation. I think it's probably 30,000 views now, or probably 20 something thousand views now and stuff like that. It's definitely a good documentary. I took people to Haiti and I took them through my yard. What we call it Laku, which is basically where all the shrines are at, and I give an introduction to what my family's been doing for over 70 years in Haiti. Now, and in that, and I take them through their various locations in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Now, the second documentary is basically the Revelation. Revelation was done in a very violent time in Haiti. So it's more of this is I definitely say excuse that documentary because I think it's not my best because there's so much things going on, political stuff going on in the country. So it's more of a documentary that was made in a time of war. Violence and stuff like that. So the focus really was focused on, protection and things that go on, spiritual things that go on as well as, violence, self-defense and things of that nature. Then we have The Expedition, which is the third documentary. I think that is a very concrete documentary that follows after The Faces of God. It's a continuation of The Faces of God. It's called The Expedition. So I think as the epitome of my account, I think that is what truly represents, my account whatsoever. The realistic perspective of Haitian voodoo from a Haitian, because you got a lot of documentaries that are, created by, people that are not of Haitian culture, and they are directing it and they're giving their perspective on it. Instead of letting a Haitian direct it, it's something that was created by me. The editing, everything was done by me.
Mhm. Well, I'm gonna check those out for sure. So, are you from Haiti, or were you born in the States, or is your
I was
family?
I was I was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Yep. For those who know, I guess they're probably gonna have some Haitians in there. People gonna ask, where was I born? In what part of Haiti? Port-au-Prince, towards the La Ville area. Where my lycée Pétuan, school whatsoever. Neck Bel-Air. I'm a Bel-Air character. Bel-Air. So for those of you, who's probably, Haitian, they probably want to know, or even they're American whatsoever. But yes, I was born in Haiti, and now what happened was, after a couple of months, my family got their visa and they was able to come to America. But I ended up going back because I got too caught up in, the American, hood gangster culture. You know what I'm saying? My mom didn't want me to be influenced by that, so she sent me to go back to live with my father, in Haiti, and then from there on, I stayed down there for like roughly 2 years, 2 years and some change, and I came back, and then from there on, ended up going back, and now it's like a constant thing of me going back and forth from Haiti to America.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Like, that part of your culture, because a lot of us don't get that. But you lucky that you did. I don't know if you see my video. My dad, he's from Puerto Rico, and and I never been there. I never had contact with that side of with that side of things. but it is ancestral and in the bloodline, so it comes out naturally anyway. Even if you were kept from your home, you would have had it anyway, your gifts. But do you think, I wanted to ask you about the Caribbean, do you think that water and that ocean and that over there has a certain frequency or a magical frequency or a vortex or some type of energy that is not here in the States? Because I always feel like anybody from the Caribbean, anybody who has ties with the Caribbeans, any type of magic that's done over there is very powerful. And that area in general, there's just a lot of magic just emerging from there. Like I know about the underwater portals and things like that, and I feel like there's something under there, of course, because I'm into the conspiracy as well. But I know that there's something under there that's causing a lot of stuff because of the bloodlines and the energy and the sightings and all that kind of stuff. What do you think?
Well, I would say this as a person. We have the spirits of the sea. We call, there's many spirits, we call them Lastiven, or what we call, I'm trying to think the term, what was it? We got Steven, which is basically mermaids or sirens and stuff like that. So it's common knowledge that that's something that's in Haiti whatsoever. And from my experience whatsoever, I definitely know that they do that. It's like in Haiti, if you go, it's like in Haiti, majority of the stuff in Voodoo is done in nature. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to see the altar for different lois, you can see trees like Ezeli Mapignon. You go to the Grand Cemetery of Port-au-Prince, what do you see? It's a big tree with a bunch of voodoo dolls stuck on a tree. Everything's done in nature. So even with the sea basically everything is out there, everything is in nature. So when you say a shrine, you say that's for Agwit or La Steven or Cindy. You know what I'm saying? So you have many water spirits, that are out there. One of the most important things is that I usually tell people when you go down to Haiti and you go to the beach is make sure you hold on to everything. Make sure you know what you got before you go there, because those spirits are very tricky. You go in there, next thing you know, you can't find your wallet, you can't find this and that, but things like that happen, Yes, they're very tricky. Yes, there are spirits of the water over there, But as far as, the Caribbean is concerned, just touching a little bit more on what you said, it's true. Like Haiti, I think they say Haiti is, probably 50%, Christian, 70% Catholic, and 100% Voodoo. Mm-hmm. So when you talk about Haiti, I know that the Caribbean is very hard. I mean, that's what it is. But when you talk about Haiti, that's like a common thing there. Everybody's on it. It's like you have in America. This is how deep it is. There's kidnapping done in Haiti. Like literally people poisoning people. I mean, this thing is wrong. I mean, down there you gotta be very careful, because it's like you got physical violence, then you got physical, spiritual violence. Where people are trying to poison you, people are doing work at you. Listen, this shit is crazy down there. It's definitely Sparta.
Yeah.
So do you think about it?
Yeah, movies about that, they show that side of it. Like Serpent of the Rainbow.
It's real.
Yeah.
Those things. Listen, those things are real. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it.
It's very real. Like that stuff is real. I mean, I'm not gonna get to the whole zombification thing, man. But those things is real. I mean, it's something that happens down there in Haiti. It's in our news. Like my dad, he's a preacher, and in his church, in his school, not in his church, but in his school, he has like the students. It even made the news. Somebody sent a spirit in the school, and all the children started getting possessed in the school. This is on news in Haiti. So someone basically tried to sell the children to like a spirit. You know what I'm saying? And we had to get someone to come in there and do an exorcism, to get them spirits out of the school. This is what happened. This is what's on news in Haiti. This is something like I can't even fathom that in being in the news in America. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that happens all the time in Haiti.
Wow. Yeah, I would love to see that news footage. But I feel like, what do you say to people? Because I've seen this stupid comment in many videos, especially some of mine, and they ask, well, it's mostly Christian trolls, but they'll say, well, if voodoo is not evil, or if voodoo is this and that, then how come Haiti is one of the poorest countries, and da 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 da, and how come they can't move forward, and blah 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 blah, if voodoo is so powerful?
Well, this is my thing. I'm an individualist. I can't see, if you talk to most Haitians, a lot of Haitians will be like, oh, I don't deal with voodoo, this and that, For me, I take what I know, what I was taught, and what I experienced in music to better my life. I can only speak for me. While other people are denying what gave them their power and what gave us our freedom, they deny it and they drop it. I look at me, what it's done for me, it's allowed me to be very successful. Even my family. My grandfather did this for about, let's say, 70-something years of his life. He died at 95. He owns acres of land in Haiti, and we still own it to this day. This guy built a whole, and you look at where we are today. We build schools, we build clinics, and stuff like that. This is what it has done for us, because we never neglected it. If you look at most of the people that claim to be, such, a lot of these people have not remained, faithful to what gave them their power. So again, when you start seeing today, yes, voodoo is, Haiti's 100% voodoo, but when you look at the people who even made their transition into the United States, they'll see that a lot of people neglect it. They throw it away. They don't even look at it. They say it's demonic. They shun it. So, I'm not saying that's the reason, but that's my guess. I know what it's doing for me. I'm very successful. My life is very great. How many guys are walking around with Rolex, diamond rings, driving Mercedes-Benz? My life is great, My life is great. I look at a lot of people who are Haitians, even certain family members that don't even deal with voodoo. They graduate from college and I'm living a better life than them. So obviously it's something that, we were doing at one point in time that was able to give us our independence. It did something for us at some time. Well, the fact that we left it alone. So I look at the people that if you look at a lot of people in my culture, they say, if someone becomes rich, especially in Haiti, they say he must be Servi. You say Leonard Servi, which means he probably serve in spirit. Because that's the thing. In Haiti, anybody that's rich, they associate them with working with spirit. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, then people should be jumping on it. There's a lot of Haitians that come to me, and when they start working with the spirit, they start seeing shit pick up. So a lot of these people that, I just think that there's so much things tied to the situation. It's like people have allowed people that were supposed to be in the country to come in. They have neglected what gave them their power. So it's a whole bunch of equations. But again, I can't really rely on, just on other people. I got to do things for myself. I got to do what works for me. So what's going on in Haiti? Hey, I can't help that, but I can help myself. And I can help those who have an open ear to hear what I have to say.
Right. I agree with that. I believe that, the spirits and the magic are very powerful, and that's why a lot of missionaries target that area, because they want to convert everyone and show a picture of success if you're Christian, because just like you said, they might see, if you got rich, you work with spirits, but if they see another person that's rich and work with Jesus, and it's easier to work with Jesus if you just do this, so they'll convert thinking it's going to bring them prosperity, when really it's just draining them of their own culture and original spiritual beliefs, which is going to lead them to even more poverty.
But this is the thing, what a lot of Haitians do, a lot of Haitians are very slick, a lot of Haitians, they're in the church, but they're also in voodoo as well. So that's why, for me, it's one of those things, I can't really slam the church. Again, my father's a preacher, and he's basically, he's done a lot of good things for the people. My dad he's just one of those genuine people that, respect the tradition of voodoo, but he's a preacher.
Right.
I'm
not talking about
what you want to think about that.
Yeah, I'm not talking about local. I'm talking about missionaries. No, I know,
but that's what I'm saying. You got missionaries that think they're getting over by coming in and doing it, but but you got people that are taking that because it's privileges that come with being in a church.
Exactly.
It's common knowledge. People join the church because there's money in it.
Right.
You know, they get food, they get shelter, they get all these things whatsoever. True. But also you got to understand that people are very slick. They're working the magic, but at the same token, they're getting the benefits from church. It's like a person getting welfare in the United States. You know what I'm saying? They're doing their own side hustle. They probably make $1,000 on the low, but they're still getting welfare. You know, they're still getting a TRA, and or what they call it. I guess the governmental system to pay their rent off. You know?
Exactly. And so, when people tell me that, when people ask me that question that I asked you about why is, I say, I feel like it's because, those, a lot of people will associate poverty with evil, but, and oh, you're doing wrong and you're not serving God and you're doing wrong. That's why you're being punished. They'll associate poverty with punishment, right? But then the Bible, if you read the Bible, it talks about, being poor and, rich man can't get to heaven and da 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 da. So, which one is it? I feel like it's not a punishment. I feel like it's more of a state of mind. It's a vibration, and as long as people have hope and keep doing what they're doing, they're gonna live, they're gonna have a good life, they're gonna have what they need and things like that. That's what voodoo and hoodoo is for. It's not get rich quick. It's, I need this and I need that. It's not greedy magic. You know what I'm saying? It's powerful, but it's not about greed, So, you get somebody doing rituals to become a millionaire and this and that with different types of magic. But in this instant, it's not about, ruling the world.
Well, some people, that's some people's objective, man. Listen, in Haiti, you have people that come from Europe, Venezuela, Cuba, all around the world, Australia. They come to Haiti. You know what I'm saying? They want the most powerful twin.
Right.
Called, twins like the mojo. What Americans call it mojo. They want that power. Some people are motivated by greed. They want to dominate the world or dominate their political position.
Right. And they're going to use a powerful form of it, of magic to get there. But the people of Haiti, they're not trying to be, a world leader. They're trying to get their enemy back for stealing something, So their mindset is very different than someone who's looking down on them or looking at them from a different perspective. So I feel like, if you, like, even Michael Jackson was said to go to a voodoo priest or priestess, I forgot which one it was, to put a curse on Steven Spielberg. Yeah, you can Google it. He put a curse on him or something, or it said that he was known to go do stuff like that because he wouldn't make a movie about all black Egyptian cast and told him no.
Right.
I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, I can only imagine Michael Jackson on the phone. Hello, I need a voodoo curse. But he was into that stuff too. He was very into the occult and spiritual things as well. I'm pretty sure he practiced somewhat of some type of spiritual magic. But you have, if you look at the list of celebrities who are now, working with Orisha, Santeria, Voodoo, all that, it's growing. Because they know where the power is.
Hello?
Yeah, I was just saying, because they know where the power is, and it also protects them against the industry,
And that's one thing I always think about personally, and that's one thing one reason I toned down my approach. When that first came out on social media, I was rough, man. I was rough, slamming anything in my way, but I learned to tone down, and even with what I do today. When you're too real, you become a target. When you start talking to some topics are just too hot for me to post on YouTube, because I know that's going to raise eyebrows. I say for me, the best thing I think for certain spiritualists is to be vague, not to be vague, but always have haters that doubt, always have doubters. And that's one thing the basically go back to the beginning of this video is that your haters keep you alive. So by them slamming you and saying you're fake and not authentic, I've had that happen to me before. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, I'm fake. Hell yeah, I'm not authentic. I accept that shit. Because by you saying that validates my existence. It allows me to stay here on earth, because if everybody was saying this guy is real, this guy is real, that guy is real, I don't know if certain followers believe in Jesus, which I don't, but I'm just going to use the story of the Bible where, this guy was considered a real guy. He was a guy producing miracles, and what happened? They crucified him because he was too real. For me, I don't want to be too real. You know what I'm saying? That's how you die early.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. I always refer to alchemy. Alchemy is almost like a trickster. Like, you real, you have your knowledge, but you speak in parables. You make people figure stuff out for themselves. You lead by example, but you don't give everything away.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it.
Exactly. And there's certain topics, again, topics I refuse to talk about on social media. Because, there's a lot of people that hit me up, talk about this, talk about that. Nah, because my thing is this. I'm not stupid. You think these people out here, can't, see what you're posting out there? Listen, man, they're just, you get, like you said, man, you don't reveal too much. You just talk, talk whatever, And that's one thing I've toned down, because, again, in the beginning, I was raw. And that's when I realized, you know what, I'm going to become a hot boy, and I don't need that shit.
Right. And, I see a lot of YouTubers just putting everything out there. And the fact that it's too much, people will still turn against them. Like, they might put their heart and soul and every secret that they know out, but no one will believe them anyway. No one will believe it.
They're dummies. My thing is this: you are a fucking fool. I don't have nothing on my video showing how to do shit. One, business, that's not marketable. Why would I basically cut my money down? And number two, that is basically doing damage to Haitian culture. Mm-hmm. Because this is the hustle for a lot of African Americans in the inner city is, I'm just going to be real, on a low grade for poverty, drug dealing. Mm-hmm. Voodoo work, spiritual work, that's the hustle for Haitians. Right. When you see these people outside, they don't got nothing, they don't got a pot to piss in, they're walking around with no shoes on their feet, and that's the only thing that allows them to feed their children and feed their families. Why the fuck? And I want to say this to y'all Haitians out there. Some of y'all boys out there putting fucking shit on the internet. I want y'all to know this. Y'all Haitians out there, y'all should really be ashamed of yourselves. And and I think maybe that y'all guys are, y'all guys who have been raised in America, I want to say this. When you do stuff like that, you basically devalue what we do in Haiti and what your parents and grandparents did to feed you. My grandfather fed all of his children, and he had more than freaking 7 children. And he fed all of them based off of doing work in the community that he lived in. So now I'm going to start showing things that took years to basically understand for free on social media. I'm not sharing shit for free. If you want something, I'm going to do work for you. Yeah, and you got to pay me. Right. I'm back. All right, let's got to fit for a moment.
Oh, no, I understand. That's why, those type of spells should be only done by someone who knows what they're doing. I can do hoodoo spells all day. That stuff is everywhere. That's not the same. A lot of people get hoodoo and voodoo mixed up. It's not the same. I can do a hoodoo spell online and not feel like I'm taking food from somebody or stuff like that. But it's different with you because your culture is Haitian and your magic is voodoo, and it's a religion, so it's different. It's not the same. So I would never attempt. I'm not even I don't do voodoo because I'm not Haitian and I don't know voodoo. But I know hoodoo. Right. But I would never claim to know voodoo either. I would never say, "Oh, I work voodoo," because I haven't studied it. So how could I do it? You know, I could I could go watch a video of somebody who's put something up and then try it, but I wouldn't even feel right about it, because I would feel like a fraud doing that, because I'm not even in the religion, you know. That would be like me coming to do an exorcism and I'm not even Catholic and I don't know nothing about the Bible, I'm just reading it. You know. That's not for me.
Right. See, a lot of guys don't. I mean, you know, a lot of people don't understand that. You know, and you know, this is the part where in the beginning I was refuting a lot of people on social media behind that stuff. You know, I mean, like, listen, my thing is respect the cultural practices of other people, and I always have respect for voodoo and things like that, African American folk magic, and I will say that. You know, I always basically mention that, and I like to put emphasis on African American folk magic, because when you think of African American folk magic today, you don't really have a black face on it. It is as though people are just taking what you guys started and running with it and saying, you know, well, this is us, and you got a whole bunch of people that they can understand, you know, the whole mysteries and things behind it. You know?
Right. A lot of people ask me, like, when I do hoodoo spells and I put something online, they'll ask me, why am I putting this up? Because it's bad and it's negative, and what about threefold law? And I'm like, back in the old days when, you know, black people were slaves, we didn't care about no threefold law. We wanted to get something done, we did it. You know what I'm saying? Our life was threefold law. You know what I'm saying? So our ancestors would rather if they didn't even believe in that threefold law stuff. So they believed in getting justice the only way they could, and it was through, you know, their magic. Right. So we're not worried about threefold law. We're worried about what we need to get right now, right here, you know. And it's not about that. That's Wicca, you know. That has nothing to do with us. So yeah, a lot of people are confused about that. They think everybody who practices magic will suffer karma. That's not true, because a lot of us don't even believe in that.
Exactly. You know, this is the thing I always try to stress. Leave what belongs in this tradition where it belongs. So your Wicca, your Golden Dawn, whatever, keep that over there. You know, because when you start stepping in African-based traditions, we have a totally different perspective on magic. And, you know, and that's the thing that a lot of these cats don't get. And that's why, again, you know, in the infancy of my video, I was very militant with my approach. And, you know, I said a lot of heavy things that need to be said at the time. You know, and people need to respect that. When you talk about certain traditions, you got to understand where your position lies. You know, don't try to impede, like, you know, don't try to say, oh, like for me, when I'm in America, I can't say, oh, well, Ezra Lee may not like this, or, you know, don't do this because, you know, Dumbala may not like that, or, you know, whatever. That's from my cultural perspective. That's how we do things. This is the spirit we work with. But y'all got an old system that y'all guys have developed for yourself. And who am I to basically come out here and try to impose what I do from my tradition on you? No, that doesn't make any sense, man. Yeah, and this is one thing I see with these guys over here. Those individuals, they pop out of nowhere. You know, the law of threefold. You know, they come out, hey, you know, why are you doing that? That's like the law of threefold. Oh, don't you know? Yeah, that's totally karmatic bad energy, man. You know, yeah, and they need kumbaya, tree hugger shit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man.
I've had people watch my videos and try to be slick and say there's a demon behind you, or there's some spirits behind you. You need to repent, or you need to stop doing dark magic. And I'm like, I know those spirits are there. They're my spirits, and they're welcome here. And what's next? You know. They think they think they're doing something. Like, I see negative spirits around you and evil spirits, and I'm like, yeah, and I called them. They work for me,
right?
Or I work with them, you know. So a lot of people, they don't understand, because, like I said, they only know what they've been told, or what they don't know, and you can't mix hoodoo and voodoo and then threefold law, or else you'll just kill yourself. Like, you'll just kill yourself. That's suicide.
Yeah, well, sis, listen, I'm going to have to run.
Okay.
You know, it was a pleasure being on your broadcast. You know.
Yes.
So please, I definitely would like to come back another time.
Yes, of course. Thank you for talking to me, and I'll link all your information below, and this video will probably be up tonight. So, yeah,
Oh,
I'll
great,
send
great.
it to
Thank
you.
you. I look forward to sharing it.
Okay. Well, have a good rest of the day.
You too.
All right.
Later.
Bye bye. Okay, so that was that. Yeah, so let me tell y'all why we did this video, because a lot of you guys don't know. Again, someone has like uploaded all my videos on a channel and put a different name under it, like pretending to be me but using a different name. And then they put his phone number to contact for services. Maybe to pit us against each other or something like that, or maybe to, I don't know. But it was hilarious because like he's in my group on Facebook, Witchy Videos, and he said, can you take that down? That has my number on it. Who are these people, you know? So instead of, you know, going against each other or getting upset with each other, we just joined forces and made this video, you know, to chat with each other. So that channel has already been reported by YouTube, you know, to YouTube, and hopefully it'll get taken down again. But these people, you know, these people want to, you know, try to get to you, or, you know, use you, or, you know, scam you or whatever, and, you know, take your videos and put people's numbers under them. It's a crazy world out there, and I feel like whatever, you know, whoever has enough time and energy to do that, you know, could be used for something to actually better their lives, because I'm pretty sure that their life isn't as great as it could be if they're doing this, you know. It could be a lot better if they were to put that energy on building their own channel, perhaps making their own content or whatever. I'm pretty sure they would be at least a halfway to where they want it to be by now if they had just, you know, been themselves. But anyway, like I do work with a lot of spirits, and, you know, sometimes I don't really have to say anything and things will get taken care of on their own. And I feel like, you know, when you target people, you should be very careful of who they work with and who, you know, because I don't really say anything, but just be careful, because I am under lots of protection and spiritual in spiritual ways with different spirits. So if you're gonna try to do things like that to me, don't think that I'm intentionally sending harm your way, because I'm not. It's not me. It's what I work with that's gonna do that automatically. It's just like, you know, when you're on vacation mode and you send an email and they send you an automatic response. That's what it is, you know. So please be careful with doing stuff like that. Don't keep repeating the same mistakes, because, you know, once it's not going to be that bad. Twice, you know, it's going to get worse, and then the third time it's just over. Okay, so you know, I'm just saying, it's not worth it. So please, if you, I know you're watching this because you watch all my videos and you steal them, so just remember, it's not worth it. It's really not. Like I said, you can get on there and watch every video and get on a camera and say the exact same thing that I say with your own face, and it's not bad. But if you're going to take my video, download it, then re-upload it on a separate channel with another name under it, putting people's numbers under there, call me for services, you know, or calling them for services, that's against the law. That's just illegal, and it's copyright infringement and all that bad stuff. So, you know, if you're smart, if your IQ is above 75, you would stop doing that, because it's only going to make your life worse, not even better. You know, I can make a video about you doing what you do and profit from it, but you only have 2 subscribers and you can't profit from anything. So what you're doing is wasting your valuable time and energy and receiving nothing in return. You're actually losing energy, aging yourself, while I'm gaining energy and profiting off of what you're doing. So think about it, you know, use your brain. If you really want to improve your life, work on your life. You know, you still, for me, with 2 subscribers, it's not even worth it. You know, a dead cat can get two subscribers. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.